It is the post-match pint. We're back in the sand, and I want to be honest with you. Man United, Tottenham's right there. So if we occasionally look a bit distracted, it's because over there, Man United and Tottenham is happening right in front of our very eyes. I've got Cam Rimmer, I've got Melia. Liverpool beat West Ham United by 1-0. There's a fair bit to get into in that. Ultimately, Cam, up until the penalty, it looked really straightforward, and I think that's Liverpool's excellence up until that point, and I think it's a bit of West Ham not being that sure. Half-time comes and goes. I think they begin to find some more spaces. Liverpool became a little bit uncertain by not getting the second, but ultimately it feels like the sort of 3 points we weren't going to get a month ago is what it feels like to me.
Yeah, and it's just sort of 3 months that you're happy to just take for the next, up until the World Cup, probably, if you're being honest.
Just them every game.
Yeah, but yeah, it was just sort of a mad game because we could have easily been 4-0 up at half-time, game's finished. We weren't. It's just these little 5 minutes before half-time where we're just going a bit more sloppy, and we didn't do that on Sunday, and then a bit, and then it came back in. Hopefully that doesn't come back in on Saturday, but yeah, I thought it was, and then in the end, it just can't be like, yeah, we're fine with this, and we're fine with 1-0. Like, there was no sort of West Ham in that sort of 5, like, yes, and.
It's weird in that they have. I think the manager's second lot of subs, I think, really helps. Yeah. I think up until that point, I thought Rice was finding a ton of space in the second half. I felt like a goal was coming. The manager then made those subs, and I then felt like no goal was coming, which was a far better state of affairs, if you know what I mean. They do have that late.
Well, Antonio then comes on, who I'd forgotten about.
Yeah, and is constantly dangerous as a footballer.
I didn't think they had a goal in them at all until Antonio comes on, and just the concept of Antonio made me think that they did, and then as it transpired, you know, they did look dangerous again. I don't know really. It was the whole second half. I think I don't think we got going really, and the subs come really early, and the subs are those sorts of subs that don't necessarily. It's not like it was like subs that we were bringing on for legs, but it didn't work. Fabinho had no legs. Elliott was good. Fabinho didn't have legs at all.
But Jones did all right.
And Jones did all right. He grows into it, but he hasn't played for ages. But so it was the sort of you know, when we've got a lot of games and Klopp throws a mad formation or throws a mad lineup in. He didn't throw a mad lineup in, but it was that sort of game. I thought, you know, when you beat Palace and Keita scores the great goal, and that's a mad lineup. I felt like it was that sort of thing where, for some reason, at some point, whether it's before the game or halfway through it, they decide, right, well, we're just going to get out with a win, and. I thought that was great to see, to be honest. Now it's happened. There was quite a few things I disagreed with that we did tonight, or things that just didn't work. But having realised we're just going for nil, and then to see us do it, I can't remember the last time we actually did that. And it's something that it's just because I've got a not very good memory. It might not be that long ago, by the way.
No, I don't think it is. I think it is a while.
But I thought that was great to see. I thought after this sort of like defiance was the best word for the other day. I think digging in and grit today was absolutely what the doctor ordered. It wasn't necessarily what I wanted to see before the game, but as the game went on, I think the manager was a step ahead of us, realising we probably need to dig in now. Because when he decides to dig in, I wasn't digging in. I thought we'd go on and score more.
I think digging in is the thing that they do. I'll say again, it's the second pair of subs that are very much the digging in subs. The three, I feel, are the legs subs. Like you say, it was like, or like Adam says, they felt, you know, Thiago was shaking hands with the referee before his number came up. It felt like he knew, this is my day where I only get an hour. It felt like he knew that. I thought that Nunez wasn't surprised to be going. No one seemed surprised they were on the way off, which suggests to me it was a pre-programme between 55 and 60 we're doing this. But it's the Milner and Robertson subs. Shimaka's was beginning to find it harder and harder. I thought Rice was getting too much room. Back to three in midfield, cut that room off, and then see the game out. And that's what it was. It was grit, as Adam says.
Yeah, and it's that in-game management that we've missed this season, really, and it's positive. I mean, to be honest, you're coming out like it's one of them. You're in the ground, you're thinking, what's going on? But the more you think about it now, you get much more confident out of that, like, going forward, because, like, he knew what he was doing. As you said, like, that was the plan, whether it was 3-0, 2-0, as it was 1-0. And then, obviously, he's already planned ahead to Saturday now. Like, you can probably sort of see what the team's probably going to be from Saturday from that.
Let's talk about the big fella. He is not the best player of the match. He's not even the player who sets the tone of the match. I actually think that's Van Dijk, and I want to come back round onto that. But he is, in lots of ways, certainly whilst he's on the pitch, he is the man of the match, because in a way John Joe Shelby used to be.
Yeah.
Because you cannot define the match without thinking about what he's doing at all times. It's a really, really good goal. There's the great effort. There was 2 great efforts.
Yeah.
He has 5 shots in the first half. He's in the penalty area all the time somehow. You cannot keep him out the action. You just cannot keep him out the action.
100%.
I absolutely love him.
YouTube, press the button, become a member of the Anfield Wrap from the heart of the city of Liverpool. The best way to enjoy all your Liverpool-based videos, everything you need, every single day. It is the Anfield Wrap.